Well, after playing 6 straight games on the road, the Idaho Steelheads return back to the Idaho Central Arena tonight as they open up a 3-game series with the Rapid City Rush. Cam McGuire here sitting alongside Steelheads head coach Everett Sheen. Well, Sheen, let's go right back to the weekend. 3-3 set down in Savannah, Georgia. You guys come away victorious in 2 of those 3 games. Started the series Friday, a 6-3 win, fell 4-3 on Saturday. Took the series finale 4-2 on Sunday. So, we always talk about time and time again. Anytime you come away in a series winning 2 of the 3 games is a pretty nice feeling. When you do it on the road, even better.
Absolutely. I mean, going into each week, playing 3 games, your goal is to take 2 of 3, whether you're at home or on the road. And, I thought our guys did a terrific job down in Georgia there. And, the Sunday kind of looked like we were getting a little sluggish. 3 games in 3 days is a lot, but luckily we had a stellar performance by Crosby.
Kind of talk about that game Sunday. You mentioned a stellar performance from Ben Cross. We'll get into Brian Thompson starting here tonight in just a moment. You guys always say find that B game, and that was very needed on Sunday to find your B game. You mentioned 3 games in just as many days against a real quality opponent.
Yeah, we really had to dig deep and, like you said, find our B game. You're not going to have your best game every single night, and it's what you can do in those situations, whether it's just chip pucks, making sure pucks are getting out, just giving yourself a chance to get your legs under you and get your game going. And like I said, I thought our guys did a solid job of that.
6-4 record heading into tonight's game. So you've played 10 games now. 6 of them have been out of division games against 2 high-quality opponents in terms of Toledo and Savannah. We talked earlier this morning about how you guys are kind of getting those battle games in here early, and that's going to be pay dividends down the road.
No, absolutely. I mean, every team we've played has been a solid test, and like you said, Toledo and Savannah, 2 of the top teams in the league, and we managed to take 2 of 3 off both of them. So that's a good stat for us, and nothing better than starting the season off against some of the top teams in the league, and just keep building from there.
With regards to that weekend in Savannah, a real strong suit was your guys' penalty kill, 15 for 16, and climbed into the top 10 now in the league. Kind of had struggled maybe a little in the first couple games of the season, but to see success during that weekend against Savannah, a team that can score a lot of goals. And I know you didn't necessarily change anything on the penalty kill. It seems like things are just clicking a little bit better.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit more familiar with our system and kind of our set rules within our penalty kill. And, I think our guys are finally starting to get comfortable in their penalty killing pairs. And like I said, just overall being familiar with our rules in certain situations.
Looking at shots on goal, you guys have given up about 40 shots in that series against Savannah. Mentioned your goaltenders were phenomenal with Crosby and Tomer. How do you guys limit the amount of shots that you're giving up per game?
Well, we got to start in the neutral zone. We got to clean up our neutral zone forecheck. Getting pucks off the other team's hands, coming into our zone, give us a chance to get back on the retrieval. And if we are in the D zone coverage, I think we got to do a better closing time and space a lot quicker. Rather than just giving teams free wheel around our zone. But that's why we got 2 really good goalies. We got to do our part to make it not as hard on them in net, and make their nights a little bit easier sometimes. I
think shots too can always be one of those stats where it's a little misleading, isn't it? And looking at that series, it's on average getting outshot 40-20, but the goal scoring has been there all season. 40 goals right now through the first 10 games. It's second most in the league. So when you kind of evaluate shots, and I know you kind of said it early going into this year that you guys want to shoot with a purpose, and it's more about quality over quantity. Sometimes I get my words mixed up, as you know. But, when you look at that, have you felt that you guys have been getting those quality shots?
Oh, absolutely. And to be quite honest, even the analytical reports afterwards, we're, giving up about the same amount of high-quality chances as teams that we're facing as well. And, the expected goals haven't been as high as the shot total would kind of lead you to believe. So, we're facing teams that will funnel pucks from everywhere, So I'm okay with that, giving up low-quality chances and generating high-quality chances ourselves.
Let's look at Brian Thompson here tonight. 1-3 record on the year. He made a career-high 43 saves Saturday in that 4-3 loss in Savannah. His record can be misleading as well. 30 or more saves in 3 of his 4 games. And we were just even talking to him right before hopping on here at the maturity level that you've seen from him. He's been exceptional in his first 4 games.
Oh, absolutely. He's made some huge saves and given us a chance to win. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to pull out those wins for him, but he keeps playing the way he is, and I know our guys will step up and play the right way in front of him.
I want to look at the division as a whole. We mentioned playing 6 of your first 10 games out of division, so you'll finish the final 62 games of the year, 56 in division games. Talking with Patrick Kudla last night, not only is there a lot of parity, it seems like, in the division this year, but the league in general has gotten a lot better as a whole from, as the years progress. And, every game is going to be a tough test moving forward, including starting here tonight with Rapid City.
Absolutely. I mean, the Mountain Division is always, I think, the toughest division in the league, especially now with 8 teams. Only 4 teams make the playoffs, so each division game is huge, and to be able to get back to playing some division games is nice. It's always nice to play out of division teams, but we got to pick up some points against in-division teams to really help ourselves.
Rapid City got their first win of this season last Saturday. A very young team, 13 rookies on their roster, and you guys are a club that has a lot of experience, a lot of veterans on your team. How do you use that towards your advantage in this 3-game set?
Well, Rapid City is a hard-working, structured team. They're definitely a team you can't take lightly. So, having that veteran presence of guys that have kind of been around the league and seen how, even if a team's not, in the playoff mix in the division, you can't take them lightly, right? You gotta come to play every single night, and tonight's gonna be no different against a solid Rapid City team.
Last year here, looking ahead to the Christmas break, 17 games. You'll play 12 of them on home ice, and we've talked 100,000 times by now about getting back home here from the road, but taking advantage of this home stretch here. How do you guys utilize that towards your advantage?
Yeah, we really got to take care of business on home ice. Last few weeks feels like we just haven't been home at all, even just in our own bed. So we got to take advantage of that. We still do have a long road trip up to Canada, so we got to make sure we're picking up points when we can at home.
All right, one more question. I lied. We're about halfway through the month evaluation on my mustache here.
It's pretty solid. It's a pretty good mustache.
Thank you. Maybe we'll see you carve one in there over the next couple of weeks.
No, I'm a beard guy.
Well, as always, we appreciate the time. Best of luck and have some fun tonight.
Thanks a lot, Cam.